If you know me, you know I love sci-fi. Whether it's early sci-fi from like the 20s, 30s, or even the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s to today, I love sci-fi. Sci-fi is my thing. I wrote a whole book about it. And today I just checked out for the first time Them. About, ants. Big ants. Big ants that act like ants. There's not a whole lot to it. Now, I went into this movie thinking, hey, it's going to be a cheesy, schlocky B movie from the 60s. And, honestly, I was wrong. It's a B movie from the 50s. Also, it's pretty frickin' good. Them starts out with a pair of cops on patrol that find a child wandering the New Mexico desert in kind of a trance. And their investigation leads them to the discovery of these giant ants living in the desert, kind of carnivorous, actually very carnivorous when you think about it, mutated by the first atomic bomb testing. So already right off the bat, this movie is a sequel to Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. And what makes this movie very fun is it shifts the type of sci-fi genre that it is throughout the movie. It starts out as this cool murder mystery, and we get from there, after this investigation, into kind of a horror movie when they discover the nest. It's very reminiscent of Aliens, which I think was very intentional on James Cameron's part. And then from there, we get into the typical Cold War thriller, kind of like Day There Stood Still, or my personal favorite Cold War thriller, Escape from the Planet of the Apes. All around, it is a very fun movie with a pretty fun cast. Not all the characters are great, but it has the Santa Claus from Miracle on 34th Street in my second favorite role of his now. And that's not because I've only seen 2 movies with him, it's because he's so fun in both things that I saw. And this is definitely a movie that's going to stick with me. One, because the visual effects still hold up really, really well. Like the ant models, the way they interact with the actors in the movie is genuinely so impressive. But also because it's one of those movies like Some Like It Hot, where that final line is really going to stick with me forever. This whole movie is about the fear of stepping into the nuclear age. It has plenty of fun with its concept, but there is such a level of fear ingrained in this film because of when it was made. It's one of those movies you're having fun with, the people making it are having fun making it, but at the same time, something like this, as preposterous as giant ants are, was definitely in the back of everybody's mind, and it's punctuated by this final line. Now, I'm not going to say what the line is because I want you to watch the movie, it's very good. But this final line does give me a kind of my own fun little headcanon that Them takes place in a larger cinematic universe. And its sequel or counterpart, sister film maybe, none other than Godzilla. Yes, in my headcanon, these 2 films take place on the same timeline. Anyway, Them is a 3.5-star movie, 7 out of 10, whichever ranking you put it on. It's a very good movie. Highly recommend watching. I'm sorry I'm so late to review this. It's been 70 years?